What's up? What's up? What's up? I'm surprised that the second I hit record that my video started recording because through Christmas sometimes I was trying to quickly record something, with kids and stuff, and it wouldn't record. So I thought I was full memory on this recorder, and turns out I just hit record and it just worked by the first time. I don't know why. I just whatever. So whatever. So anyways, so this is the thing. Before we get started, I want to say a couple things, but also I like to say this is the most important thing right here. I guess let me start out with this. I did say is I'm not going to talk about any YouTubers on this channel. I'm going to leave it more like I've already done that in my last channel that's still up. And but and usually, but it's like one of those things. Like what I said, a couple of times, like when I said I'm done for this year talking about movies, I forget. I love responding to people's Blu-ray, not Blu-ray collection, but that is one thing. Is back then I love responding to people's Blu-ray collection because every YouTuber Blu-ray collection sucks compared to mine because they just buy movies. They don't even say in their Blu-ray collection, "Oh, I haven't seen this movie, but I bought this movie." It just sounds so completely dumb to ever say that line. And the next thing is, what was it? I'm sorry. But anyways, yeah. But I forgot. I like to respond to people's best movies of the year and stuff. So, that's what I'm here to do. But to say real quickly to fix a little mistake I did for my Aquaman review. I didn't know what the title is since it's such a long title, but I decided to put. I had it on Aquaman, The Lost Kingdom, whatever it's called now. I put Aquaman 2. That's how I want to put it in the first place. I have F.U. Jeremy. I don't want to make it that long because you make the title too long, it's kind of harder for it to be searched or something. But I didn't know what the title is. But anyways, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah. So on my review, I made a mistake. One, I did want my review to be short, but the thing is, I had no plans to do any reviews for a while because I don't think I have any movies for 3 months. I don't know. All I know is I might see Beekeeper. I think it's called Beekeeper. I might see that movie. I don't know yet. And then if I don't, I don't think I have shit all through January. I don't know. But so I wanted to, talk about, DC since the movie, since this is the end, basically talk about superhero movies, since it was the end of I guess their DC movies for Warner Brothers. And I didn't really have anything to talk about for a while, but as you know, so now I'm going to go over people's best movies of the year. I'm going to start with Jeremy. But the mistake I made is I forgot when I did my review to make sure it's clear. When I say enjoy the movie, I was seeing it as a family movie. I kind of made that mistake twice. On YouTube and also the real world, because I did, like I said, that video, I took a lot of people because everyone trusts my advice on movies in the real world, and I took a lot of people and I forgot to tell them, and it was already too late because when it hit me, I probably should make sure this is clear. Because when I talk about a good movie, because they're expecting me as always being something emotional, dark, tense, thrilling, those kind of words, like movies back which you used to get to back in the day. I should explain, I saw this to be a family movie. I did not see, so anything about you looking for something like dark or whatever, I forgot to make sure that's clear. This is not, because I was in that video, I was missing things like Batman v Superman, the Justice League, Zack Snyder cut, talking about movies I enjoyed. I forgot to make sure it's clear this is a family movie I saw it to be. I just didn't. So there's certain complaints they said. It's like, well, this and that, and no one died, and this and that, no big star died. Well, I should have, I saw it to be a family movie, and I did not make that clear before as we walked into the movie. And, I will say that there's the ones that didn't like the movie too much. Their excuses were not making like any valid points. Like one of them said, the CGI sucks. And I said, that's a common thing for YouTube when they can't tell you what's wrong with the movie. Like, man, the movie's a mess. The CGI is a mess. The acting's a mess. But like, they don't explain anything. So I said, I asked them what's wrong with the CGI. And this is, the common thing when you talk to someone stupid. They're like, it just sucked, man. And I said, then tell me a movie with good CGI. And they said, well, I don't really know many movies, so I don't know. Just stop. It's just like, so you're so why you talking and if you don't know anything. So next thing is one of the dumb thing is that why I had to deal with were the ones that didn't like it. You know, I went probably about 12 people. I took 12 people. We had all separate cars, of course. Of course, not 12 people can fit in my car. And one of them was it's like a thing that I had to deal with when because there's some of them are ignorant. Is they'll try to say something like they know it all, but they'll get really loud and start laughing when nothing's funny. You know, they're kind of like what I said, like YouTube. It's like people put these laughing emojis and they didn't say anything funny, and it makes them look deranged. Which it works that way in the real world. You look deranged. And I can prove, and I explained to them several times. Every single time I said, dudes, and there's several other things, but I said, guys, I'm proving you wrong within seconds. But the problem is, for me to prove you wrong in seconds, it takes 10 minutes for me to prove you wrong. Because when you say something, you get loud and you keep talking all loud, and then you end up making no point in being wrong again. But the thing is, it's constantly, each time you get loud again when you think you're making a point, and I prove you wrong in seconds, but it takes me 10 minutes to do that because you won't shut the F up and listen, you know. So one of them was like trying to last night, and I was sitting there wondering what the hell was going on with, you know, all these Atlanteans breathing outside water, because I thought the Aquaman guy, he was special because he was half human, half Atlantean, so wow, he's able to breathe out water. And I had to put it, I do have the movie, but I just saw Max. I put on Max. It says, look, there's a lantern. She's breathing out of water. Look, there's another lantern. He's breathing out of water. You know, and I said, just stop. You know, and the thing is, you did not have to get loud in the first place. You know, but everyone else that wasn't normally what I know as ignorant, not just because of, like, you know, towards that movie about other things. And, you know, they said they liked it, you know. There's other ignorant things I could bring up, but, no, they just liked it, but they didn't see it to be, you know, all that, really. And I think the main thing is, I did explain we're walking into a family movie. Like, it's just a fun movie, and I meant to say in my review, it kind of reminded me of a movie I'd never really sit and watch, but I know The Rock's in it. I think it's called Journey to the Center of the Earth, when he's riding a bee or something. You know, it's just not that kind of kiddie, but, you know, just has that kind of fun family kind of thing. You know, not too kiddie, you know, blah, blah, blah. So I was not expecting. Some people brought up Batman v Superman. Not saying, because, you know, and everyone in the real world that I know loves Batman v Superman. But I do understand I'm talking to people on social media, and it's a bunch of single dudes. And I'm not trying to be sarcastic with that. That's just all I had been seeing. So they kept trying to mention Batman v Superman, talking about no one died and all that. And I mean, you know, and I'm like, you know, as in like they're trying to like say it's not as, you know, because they're expecting when I say as a movie to check out, I was talking about some tense, something dark and emotional or something that gets you thrilled or something. But no, I should explain that, especially in my review. Sorry about that. So, but yeah, I enjoyed it, blah, blah. Again, there was another woman behind me laughing, like just having a fun time with her life behind me. But anyway, so to get started, let's get started on Jeremy's review. And last time when I did Jeremy, I was more in attack mode. What was it? Where I said it's Catch and Be a Hypocrite, 3 movies that he calls awesome, spectacular, whatever he calls it. And he made them like in 6th and I mean like 7th, 8th, and 9th place. And movies that you can clearly tell he wasn't really into, like the Batman, made in like 3rd place or something. And movies like, I think his first place was some really dumb movie, I can't remember. It was a movie that was hyped up by people that hang around one color on YouTube. No one talks about these movies. But anyways, to get started, I do want to say this. I think it's important. It's probably supposed to be the first thing I should have said. It's kind of like my video that's titled, is my last channel, the video still up. It's called Shin Talk About is a Cleansing Racist, where I said people being upset because someone doesn't like a movie means there's something wrong with you. If you're upset because someone doesn't like your movie or any movie, and you're going to be upset because you're thinking it's whatever the hell he says, like disrespectful, there's something wrong with you. That's clear. There is no buts or anything. No, there is something wrong with you. So the thing is, the things that I did see Germany's best movies of the year, and you know, I was going to go over, you know, make sure I made it clear, yeah, I did make it clear where he called like 3 movies Awesome Spectacular, made them, and like those movies sucked. They'd call Awesome Spectacular, but he made them like in 7th place and blah blah blah. And I did, and actually in my last channel too, I talked about it and I said about Jeremy. When it comes to like foreign movies that are hyped up to social media, he would call them awesome spectacular. I name a couple, and I forgot about last year he did that too, calling them awesome spectacular. And I think he still, I guess Godzilla he did make like 3rd place, but I think, but anyways, that's not the point. It's just I forgot how he probably called Parasite awesome spectacular. What was that Asian movie called that it got so many Oscars? It was a dumb movie that no one cares about. Everywhere But Once, RRR. I saying I don't watch. He's predictable, and I said I should have brought that up where I said I knew he's gonna call Godzilla whatever it's called awesome spectacular, and it's just strange how he starts out his review like in F insanity, how he started out his review for Godzilla 1, whatever it's called, with the F bomb. It was a slow movie. It was kind of like a slow burn. There's nothing that even makes you want to bring up the F-bomb. Well, whatever, let's go. But anyways, I'm sorry. So I kind of jumped the gun. So when I was talking about, I shouldn't talk about, it makes no sense to ever be upset someone like a movie. I'm saying these movies that he says best movie of the year, I'm just curious, like, do any of you guys rewatch these movies or are able to experience with other people, or do you watch it home alone? My only imagine is you're watching this by yourself. Because no one, I can never, a lot of these movies, I don't remember what he said. I remember only a couple of them. No one's going to watch this. I don't, that's just the main thing is, who rewatches these movies again? And I believe I will never hear about these movies again. No one will ever talk about these movies again. 90-something% of what Jeremy calls awesome spectacular, 90-something%, like 99% movies that he calls awesome spectacular, no one would ever talk about those movies again, besides social media maybe. But that'd be like you gotta search for people to talk about it because it's just they're forgot about movies. They're forgettable.
Then the time has come. That video that...
Blah, 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 I don't care. So I didn't listen to one word he said about the movie.
My old man energy.
Okay, The Abyss. Honestly, I was talking to my girl about The Abyss because of him putting it in there. And I did see it coming on 4K with other James Cameron movies. And I said, have you ever seen The Abyss? Because I don't love it, James Cameron, but I do like his movies. People ask me who's my favorite director. I said, I don't really have a favorite director. I say James Cameron, I just know he has the most memorable movies, but none of his movies are even in my top 10 or probably even top 20 favorite movies. But I say that, but I know he has the most memorable movies. But anyways, I said maybe I should give Abyss, and I asked my girl if she's seen it. She had no clue what I was talking about, because the reason why I was asking more of her is she's raised in a One Race group. She don't watch One Race movies anymore because of me, but I expect that being around her side of the family. She didn't understand, she didn't know what that was, and then I was going to show her a scene, but she went to a restroom, so I looked it up on YouTube, because all I can remember is just the face turning into water. And the thing is, I ran into a guy who's dumb. It was Mr. Sunday Movies. I kind of fast forward through what he was saying about the movie, and he said he gonna remember pieces of it. When you're hearing things like that, it means you don't rewatch the movie. Like when people say they gonna remember pieces of it, it's not a good movie. Like Snow White, the cartoon, whatever it's called. I remember elves and dwarves or something. I don't know, were they in a tree? Or am I thinking about those cookies? Were these elves commercials in the tree? And something about eating an apple. It means it's not good. You don't get mad because someone didn't like it. So The Abyss. So when I went to and I was gonna get this scene ready, and then there's a part, and then my girl's still in the bathroom, and the woman sticks her finger in that face of water, and she tastes it, and I was like, I said, I'm not gonna show my girl this, because I was thinking about maybe giving it a chance. No, I'm good. Just because of that one thing, yes, that was enough for me. I was like, yeah, this is not a movie to be thinking about. But that's, I guess, what he put in 10th place. And I also do want to say, people, in reality, to have 10 best movies of the year, you're gonna be talking out your ass. You have 10 movies. You have 10 favorite movies, then that means your Blu-ray collection most likely is going to suck. Most likely, normal people they have 3 or 5 movies they like of the year or something. I meant to also show my movies that I bought of this year. Usually, I buy 3 or 5 movies a year, and this wasn't really a good year. I just, you know, the last 5 years have not been a good year because we can CGI turn off your brain. But yeah, so this movie Abyss, I'm just gonna go ahead and say it's crap. And one thing is, I did want to explain is, like, you know, movies that he had in his good list of last year were worse than the movies he had and his worst movies of the year. And one of them was Violent Night. And I was like, that movie is freaking awful. Let's go.
Coming out as I thought, why don't they make him like?
No, I don't want to hear you.
A likable dude who has.
One thing is he it looks like some Jamie Foxx things. What? Not Jamie Foxx. Whatever his name is, the Back to the Future guy. Let me get my drink. He talks about, it says still. So I don't know if that's the name of the movie. He always puts some documentary in his best movies of the year. It's not anything that I think about. I just fast forward from that crap. I can't remember the last person he put in his documentary. I think it was the guy played in Batman and Robin. I think that's what it's called. And he had like a documentary. I think that was last year or something. And he put that in his best movies of the year. It's just typical for me. It's like they feel like they have to do that. Chris, I haven't seen his best movie of the year, but usually he puts some movie in first place that no one's really heard of, but it's most likely nominated for an Oscar, so he does it because he feels like it makes him look like he's smart or something. But Chris, I just don't care to find out because he's just biased. I knew when he was not going to review a movie when the racists were mad about a movie.
Find success in that film starring Michael Fassbender.
Okay, The Killers. No one likes that movie, but when I kind of like this, I got to the point I was fast forwarding and I turned it off. I don't know how it ended, but I did just quickly go to Ending Explained so they can just tell me and fast forward through that video of Ending Explained. And I don't know how to explain it, but I did before doing this video. It was just the trailer told you what this guy's about, and then you find out, and we watched the movie, this whole thing is about because he's mad because someone beat up some girl he liked when he's supposed to be a cold-hearted bastard, I guess, but he just wants to have revenge, just want to be some girl that he likes, a girlfriend, I don't know. It's not a good story, people. It's like, you're supposed to, and it feels like the whole dialogue of him talking about killing this guy was really pointless. You know, yeah. So yeah,
They're about a filmmaker.
But The Killers, no one I know likes that movie.
To me. There's a part of me that
Talk to Me. I would have predicted he would have put that on there, and I know he called it Awesome Spectacular. It kind of makes me want to know what he called the ones that he had since third or whatever place. But I said, no, people. I walked in that movie after my movie and saw it for free. The movie's garbage. I can't remember the movie. No, I'm just gonna keep going. But Talk to Me, whatever. It's garbage.
Tries to be conscious.
No one has talked about this movie in the real world, and I'll never hear about this movie in the real world. And I said I won't until it gets the best movie of the year. I won't hear about it again until YouTube does best movie of the year, and some idiot's gonna bring it up.
The fact that talk to me.
But keep in mind, most of these movies no one's gonna watch again, and we get to Spider-Man Into the Universe, or whatever it's called, or it's Across the Universe. I don't know what it's called. I really don't care. How do I put this? The movie sucked, but I want to put it in a better way of saying, people, when I do my best movies of the year, I never think of a kid cartoon movie. I never put it up front of mature adult movies. You know, there's a lot of kid movies I like, Incredibles and blah, blah, blah. But, like, people, they're not even in my top 70 best movies of the year. You know, for kid movies. Just they were fun. I would have gave Incredibles a good review and all that. But what happened with Spider-Man Into the Universe, what made me probably dislike it more, I said for the first time, because I said every cartoon movie is, you do have to turn off your brain. What gave me the idea to do this is when the racists were mad about the Little Mermaid remake. And I was saying that, you know, Little Mermaid doesn't make any sense. You turn off your brain through all cartoon movies. The way the fish moves, all that makes no sense. But And I said, I'm trying to get to the point is, like I said, when you watch the cartoon, you're always turning off your brain. So these things that they do in a cartoon, they can't put in a live version because it won't make any sense. So I said, this is the first cartoon movie I'm going to go in the theater and pretend it's a live movie that's not a cartoon, because I know your reaction would be different. And I don't remember it all, but I remember this. I brought up before talking about how the movie, they make up danger. They just make up anything to bring up danger, and then they'll make up anything to get yourself out of danger. Any drama, they just like make something up. Even if it makes no sense, you just go along with it. But the main thing is, I was talking about the baby spider baby. There's a baby, I don't know, like a 2-year-old or 1-year-old baby that I don't think could even, I don't know if she could even talk yet, will swing around a spider web. Put that in a live version movie. People will be like, what the F is this shit? You turn off your brain in a cartoon movie. I don't know any cartoon movie that would make any sense being a live version. Except Ninja Scroll. Ninja Scroll's my top 10 favorite movies, baby, if you don't know that. Mature.
It's also pretty...
I don't care.
Part 2 will come. Next up, Killers of the...
I don't want to sit through a 3-hour movie, so I will see that maybe at some point if it pops up on Netflix. I was interested until I find out it was a slow burn and it's 3 hours. So, no, I'm good.
Flower Moon, it's a masterwork. My answer to the Iron Claw is... the
Iron Claw, whatever he's called, I'm really sure that guy can't act. I gave him too many chances, even one part where he's supposed to be a killer. But I did know somebody in One Race Group that was trying to say this movie was great, and I didn't listen to them. And I'm not going to listen to him. And I'm pretty sure he would probably call that movie Awesome Spectacular or something, since I met someone in One Race Group that thought it was like the best movie of the year. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to expect that probably from him. But yeah, and where I have it paused, he has to like smell like he's like excited to talk about that movie. I'll pass. Have not seen it now. I'm pretty sure I'm making a good choice. But also, I don't see movies based off of true stories in theaters anymore, or try to look like a based off a true story. I don't see those in theaters anymore.
Absolutely, a Revolver.
Yeah. Boring.
It is.
Oppenheimer, I will never see it.
This is.
I'm not gonna talk about Godzilla. I'm not gonna waste my time with that shit. And then his number one movie is the biggest, like, what the hell, is John Wick. No one cares about John Wick. Did my girl even finish John Wick 4? I think she's got exhausted and turned it off. Or something. Alright, I don't remember. But it's people, there's so much flaws about John Wick. And the main thing is I bring up the way he attacked Terminator Dark Fate, talking about how they lived through this water, the car in the water flipping around. But John Wick lives from jumping out of a building, or pretty much anything he lived through in that movie makes no sense. You literally turn off your brain for John Wick. I said, John Wick really got, the worst thing about John Wick, even though many people have mentioned he does the same move over and over again through the movies, but the thing that got on my nerves, I think the most, is take his shirt and starts charging at people while he shoots. Yeah, but that just makes no sense of the force of the bullet, and you're taking his shirt. It wouldn't stop what's coming, but it's just don't pick your whatever suit up and cover up your face. Just pretend they're shooting you in your shirt. You don't need to do all that. You don't need to turn on your brain on John Wick. You can make up anyways. They're always shooting you in your back. It's kind of like watching X-Men. Like, the only mutant they can shoot is Wolverine. Anyone else will be stupid and miss. It's just stop. But no, and there was so much wrong with John Wick and the falling down the steps when he had like 2 minutes left. It's not a good movie, and I never really felt like the guy who plays It Man was ever really blind, even though he's blind in the movie. But I just felt like, man, this guy's really blind. I don't feel that at all. I just see he's supposed to be playing a blind character, but I just never felt like, oh my gosh, this guy's a dangerous blind guy. I just see a guy acting like he's blind. He seemed like he was bad. He was like, his acting was badass. he was in Triple X 2, whatever it's called. I don't know what's I don't know, whatever the second Triple X was. He just felt like unnecessary, whatever. Yeah, so yeah. So what is his worst movies of the year? Let's see if I can remember his best movie of the year. But the main thing is the John Wick thing. It's exhausting and forgettable. And that's what I'm saying. If you really feel like that's how movies should be, I mean, you gotta get out of your mom's basement. If you think that this is how best movies of the year should be, where you're saying John Wick, which is the same as every other John Wick, John Wick 4 is the same as every John Wick to me, and it's like best movie of the year. Like he said, it's like I think he said gave it a conclusion. It's like the only difference they did is they killed him off. That's the only thing. Anything else was the same thing. Like, they finally killed a guy off that should have been dead, like, from the first one. and it's like, so it's good because they gave a conclusion and killed him off. What was solved? Nothing. It's just a shooting up movie. That's all it is. That's the sad thing is we're getting to this state where movies like that are supposed to be best movie of the year. Just imagine like Die Hard being like that. Like he goes through the whole big hotel, whatever it's called, or building, skyscraper building, being like John Wick. He's not talking to another cop. Bleeding through his foot because he stepped on glass. Saying, tell my wife I love her. He's not saying those lines because he's John Wick shooting up people with a bulletproof suit on. It's just, the main point is getting to the state where you're calling movies like that best movie of the year. That's not where I want to go to, people. I'm pretty sure he has a couple of Disney Marvel movies best movie of the year, probably like Infinity War or something freaking stupid. But it's just, that's worse. Like, it's something like Endgame, Infinity War, that's worse. But that's just pretty low, people. That's just really low to me. This is the worst movie of the year. I wasn't do more YouTubers. I got other things I gotta do. I don't care. Well, you gotta grab an alcohol. Yes, it's very boring. Okay. Ant-Man is probably better than every movie that he has best movie of the year. Yes, it's better than it was the Bible, but I'm done with Disney Marvel. Yes, it's better than every single movie he has in best movie of the year. And like I said, he's mostly what I saw as worst movies of the year, which he has Ant-Man in 10th place. I saw it as he is a copy of what social media, like his reviews is, well, social media hates. And the thing is, I really want to talk about, you remember back in the day, like about 2 years ago maybe, you were like angry, talking about, give this movie to Disney. Yeah, Disney's getting it. Boycott this movie because we want Disney to take over X-Men. Now, I guess people who get into that woke thing hate Disney, and so now, they want to hate Disney now. But do you remember how they boycott so many movies, talking about DC, boycott them, boycott X-Men, because we want Disney to take control of it all? It's just weird now. It's like, no, Disney's evil. Boycott it. Boycott this, boycott that. For me, it's just like, if movies can only survive by that kind of loser logic, then maybe it's time for movies to go. Because really, I feel like movies destroy themselves by listening to losers, but the losers was getting them paid by going to see CGI turn off your brain movies. Now, normal people lost interest. This is how I'm trying to understand it, is how, losers are affecting movies, is normal people lost interest in movies because of the CGI turn off your brain. But what was getting money was losers seeing the movies, but now they refuse to see the movies, and normal people have already got tired of the movies. So that's how they have more power, seems like, over who sees certain movies or something. I don't know, because I'm like, does social media really, decide how much money a movie makes? I do know it seems like, seen that a little bit, because when they say they want to boycott it, it does not do well in theaters, but Well, when you see the kind of people on YouTube, it's a bunch of lonely people. But usually, when I kind of remember going to theaters, it is a bunch of single dudes. So has the movie always been taken over by most people who go see the movies are just lonely people? I don't know. But yeah, Ant-Man's better than every movie that he has in his best movie year.
Wrong about that. That rating just.
The next one I do know he has is Aquaman. Only thing is, like even people agree with, is Ant-Man beats Aquaman over a villain. You know, just has more of a, you know, memorable villain. That's really it. Otherwise, it's still the same kind of fun, but it just, I have things that I like more of about what Aquaman gave than, you know, what Ant-Man gave. So I believe that Aquaman was more enjoyable as in story-wise. They just didn't have a good villain like Ant-Man. That's really it.
I do not believe the movie.
I don't care.
The movie just don't. It can't be fun. But
now, next one he has is The Meg, which I did not go to theaters to see, but I did fast forward through Max, wherever it's on right now. I don't know. That was all the movies that I was good at dodging. I was very good at dodging bad movies. That movie I had a hard time fast forward through without falling asleep every 2 minutes. It took me a long time. I probably had about 5 attempts till I finally got to the ending. Because I like, you know, seriously, it took me probably about 5 or more attempts. Of course, more than 5, because I kept dozing off. And I kept whining, dozing off, saying, I'm going to stay awake. I'm stay awake this time. And I'm at the ending, and I kept falling asleep within 30 seconds. You know, so it was actually definitely more than 5 attempts. And I had to keep whining, because I want to know what happened. I don't know, and I just kept falling asleep. You know, so that, I don't know. Right now, I would imagine The Meg, too, would be the worst movie of the year. But remember how The Meg 1 was praised, and I said that, you know, these dumb movies that are praised on YouTube, they sucked. But they get praised and they make money, and then they get a sequel like this Godzilla shit that's coming out, Kong versus Kong, whatever. It's like, why is these movies getting sequels? Why? And now you want to attack the sequel when talking about don't realize the first one sucked. Alright, let's go. But Meg 2 should have been
more than this movie.
At least you can focus on lifting heavy stuff and not worry about your.
Whatever. What is better between his next one is what is better between the Marvels, Aquaman, and Ant-Man? I would say Aquaman's first place, and then second place is Ant-Man. And third place is, I mean, all 3 of them I enjoyed. I had fun, you know. And next one is the Marvels, you know, if I had to pick between those. So yeah.
Flying through it would struggle in any screen. Cheesy. I feel like when a documentary, gotta call it how it's.
The Wish I have not seen. The Exorcist, whatever it's called, I have not seen. That movie I have not seen. And I did kind of see a little bit of his review for Children of the Corn. I don't even know if they even hit theaters, people. It's kind of like, it's kind of your fault. Like I said, when I do my worst movies of the year, I never go watch a dumbass movie that I clearly knew would suck and then complain about it. I tried to make sure I don't do that, you know, to walk into a dumb movie so I can complain about it.
One of the questions for this, I'm just on
Number 2.
The top 2. The difference between months ago. What?
I did a video and I'm talking about you idiots got made a 4. You idiots praising this crap. They all sucked. It's you idiots that kept praising these craps is why they got a 4. They all suck. I'm sorry, I should explain. Expendables. Yes, they all sucked. So, I mean, I don't know. I just, I did kind of fast forward through it on free online. It was exactly what I said you'll get. And yeah, I said I was almost tempted because the guy from the Raid 2's in the movie. But just seeing him bring out those little stick things while the other guy has a knife, I was like, this is not right, people. That's the first thing in my mind. I was like, this isn't right. And Jason, whatever his name is, like I said, might see Beekeeper. I don't know. It's just, his career should have been over a long time ago. But Beekeeper seems fun. Who knows? I don't know if I'll see Beekeeper or not.
tradition at this point.
And his number one was Indiana Jones. I watched that free online, and I can kind of feel like he's wrong with that. Because I did make some mistakes in some of my videos where I said when you have these people talking about their sequels suck because it's woke and feminist only on YouTube, and I heard that crap on YouTube, and they're like, basically all of them suck it, all of them, you know, and I can't remember what movies they do that with, like all of them, but I always said like, basically they have all like suck. So but they're trying to say because it's the woke or feminist. I'm like, it's kind of weird too about YouTube. It's like, oh, if a movie doesn't bomb, if a movie bombs, they'll say, oh, it's bombing because of the woke and feminists. I mean, that's the reason. That's why. And it's like they even say like, yeah, I don't know. So I don't try to understand. I can't remember. But I said in my video, I said I learned that only Indiana Jones 1 is good. And I got it mixed up. I've been saying that for a long time, probably for 2 years. I got it mixed up. Someone told me, no, that's not Indiana Jones. Indiana Jones is not the one with his dad. So it's only Indiana Jones 2 is good, what I found out. The one with the rock coming down, I thought that was the second Indiana Jones. Wait. But that's the first one. And so only Indiana Jones 2 is good. The rest of them have been sucking, really. You know, I mean, the one with the guy in Transformers, I thought was kind of fine. I thought it was kind of entertaining in a way. You know, I didn't care that he was swinging around some branches. I just thought it was a CGI, fun thing. You know, I didn't think anything of Indiana Jones at the time. And you know, only 2 is good. But so with social media trying to bring up some woke feminists, like the franchise has never really been good in the first place. But what I saw from that movie, I fast forward through it. It just wasn't, all that bad. I mean, but it wasn't all that good either. And it's definitely better than Meg 2 and other movies that he put in the worst movies of the year. I can't remember the name of them, but maybe like The Exorcist or something. I'm pretty sure The Exorcist is worse than his worst movie of the year. It's just, but majority of his worst movie of the year, it almost seems like these are movies that kind of social media hated. So you're saying that you don't like them. But yeah, anyways, I gotta go.